Hi guys, Dean Casamento here. I think I spend the vast majority of my time when I'm not with clients, you know, either trying out, working with, or studying effective ways, effective tools, effective techniques, effective strategies, effective processes, however you want to describe it, for us to live an inspired life. It's really quite simple. And I'm not going to say that I've mastered it, absolutely not. But what I am going to say is that there are some of the times where I actually question whether things are going to work or not. And there are times where I am a skeptic. But I think the more that I try, the more that I attempt to find resources that I think would be valuable for everyone out there. I think you really do. You do, just through the nature of exploring and through seeking, that you find things that are just so simple, but yet extremely empowering. And as I said, ones that allow us to live an inspired life. And I don't know about you, but I think there are a lot of people out there, and at times in the past, for me, I had absolutely no idea what actually living inspired was. And to be honest, I think there are times, even now, where I move away from inspiration. But I think that's just it. I think that's just life. I think that's just natural. I think that is the way nature's intended for us to, find as much value in our voids, as well as value in times where we think everything's going right. And I think it's how we look at it. I think it's how we perceive it. I think we see, some of our voids or some of our problems as an actual problem, and start creating a thought which creates form around the problem, which then, sort of begins that whole manifestation process of what it is that we don't want in our life, or do you actually utilize that as feedback, just to let us know that we're moving away from our source of inspiration. And to be honest, that's really what I do, and sometimes I do it like that, and other times, it may take a couple of days or maybe a week. But who really cares, But what I wanted to just briefly talk to you about today was this whole concept of gratitude, and anecdotally speaking, something that I've experienced is that when we think about gratitude, it's obviously, my interpretation of it is all those things that we're grateful for in our life. I think it's so easy for us to get ahead of ourselves. It's so easy for us to forget about the here and now. How is it? I believe that it's almost impossible to actually go out and actually have what it is that we want, intend what it is that we want, manifest what it is that we want, without actually being grounded and being centered in the here and now, and being grateful for all the things that we have. So one of my daily rituals is, after my evening meditation, is I simply get out a gratitude journal. And it's just a little journal, $2 from the news agency. And I literally write down all the things that I'm grateful for. Everything and anything that comes up on that particular day. And I just get busy. I just get busy in my own little space. I've created a little ritual space at home. And I just give me ask meditation, just everything I'm grateful for. And I think there's two things that happen when you do this. I think the first thing, for me personally, I don't always cry, but I do experience a great sense of inspiration and tears of joy and tears of love. And maybe they're just tears inside, but geez, it really does shift me inside when I actually stop and reflect on the things that I'm really, really grateful for. And I think the second thing, and I think it's a really, really important thing, is that when I reflect on the things that I'm grateful for, I really do forget about the need of needing and having things in the future. And over the last 8 years of me researching in the space of hypnosis, in the space of NLP, in the space of coaching, in the space of mentoring, in the space of leadership, Gestalt therapy, timeline therapy, all those sorts of modalities that I use for change, is that I think once we drop the need of needing to have something, that the very nature of us dropping it means that whatever it is that we want to manifest in our life begins to come towards us at a faster, more rapid pace. And that's been a common theme with all my mentors. It's been a common theme that I've heard about in workshops, in the trainings, and in all the self-help, self-development pieces of work that I do online. Listening to my mentors and all that sort of stuff. So, what I encourage you to do is at the end of each day, just grab your journal and just start to reflect on all the things that you're grateful for. And notice how it shifts you inside. I just think there are so many simple things that we could be doing that are available to us that we get so busy in the humdrum of our daily existence that we forget about the simple things. We forget about what really is important to us. We figure it out. Instead of, living to live, we live to work. Or we live to get ahead. Or we live to achieve that insurmountable bar that just always shifts. We think we're there, and then once we get there, the bar just shifts up. The thing about goals and outcomes, and we never really get there when we start to beat ourselves up and break ourselves down through our negative internal dialogue and start to experience the physical manifestations of negative emotions and stuff like that. So get grateful each day, at the end of each day, or the start of each day, whichever way you want to do it. Start to write down each day, create a ritual of this, 5 minutes of all the things that you're grateful for, and just watch what it does for you inside, and how your perceptions of what happens after that on each and every day start to shift, and how you start to attract those things that were always meant for you on your way, kind of part of who you are, and which will allow you to manifest those things in a way that connects you to those things that truly are important to you, not to anybody else. So I hope you have a great day or a great evening, whatever time it is over there. If you have any questions about my coaching programs, make sure you jump onto my website at www.deancasamento.com.au, or shoot me an email at info@deancasamento.com.au. It's Thursday here, so we're nearly at the weekend, so have a great weekend all, and I'll check in with you shortly. Thanks guys, bye.